Welcome to Real Daily Talks, where simple English becomes real speaking.
I'm Ryan. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's English conversation practice.
And I'm Sophia. We're here to help you improve your conversational English in a fun and natural way.
That's right. Today we have a really useful topic for you.
Yes, today we're talking about how to describe hobbies and interests in English. This is so important because when you meet new people, they always ask, "What do you like to do?" or "What are your hobbies?" You need to know how to answer these questions naturally.
And it's not just about saying, "I like reading." You want to give interesting answers that help you make friends and have real conversations.
Exactly. So if you're enjoying this lesson, please give us a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It really helps us continue making these videos for you.
All right, everyone, let's get started.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Sophia. I'm a little tired, though. I stayed up too late last night.
Oh no, what were you doing?
Well, I was watching this documentary about space. I couldn't stop watching. It was so interesting. I finally went to bed at 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning? Ryan, that's too late. But I understand. When something is interesting, it's hard to stop.
Exactly. What about you? What did you do this weekend?
This weekend was really nice. On Saturday, I went to a pottery class. It was my third time trying to make a bowl.
Oh, pottery. That sounds difficult. Did you make something good?
Well, not really. My bowl looked more like a plate. It was too flat. But I had fun, and that's what matters.
That's the spirit. You know, speaking of things we enjoy doing, that's actually perfect for today's topic.
You're right. Pottery is one of my hobbies, and watching documentaries is one of yours. So let's talk about how to describe these things in English.
So, Sophia, when someone asks you, what are your hobbies, what do you usually say?
Good question. I usually start with something simple, like, I enjoy doing creative things. Then I give specific examples. For example, I might say, I'm really into pottery and painting.
I like that. I'm really into something. That's a great phrase. It sounds more natural than just, I like.
Yes, exactly. You can also say, I'm interested in or I'm passionate about if it's something you really, really love.
Okay, so if someone asks me, I could say I'm passionate about learning new things, especially about science and space.
Perfect. That's a great answer. Now, Ryan, how much time do you spend on your hobbies every week?
Let me think. I probably watch documentaries or read about science for about an hour every day. So that's around 7 hours a week.
That's quite a bit. So you could say, I spend about an hour a day on my hobbies, or I dedicate 7 hours a week to learning about science.
Dedicate is a strong word. That sounds very serious.
It is a bit formal, yes. You can also just say, I spend time on something. That's more casual.
Got it. What about you? How often do you do pottery?
I go to pottery class once a week, every Saturday morning. It's a 2-hour class. And I also paint at home, maybe 2 or 3 times a week for about 30 minutes.
So you're really committed to your creative hobbies.
I try to be, but some weeks are busier than others. Ryan, when did you first become interested in science and space?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I was about 10 years old. My dad took me to a planetarium, a place where you can see stars and planets on a big dome ceiling.
Oh, yes, I know what a planetarium is. That sounds amazing.
It was. I remember looking up and seeing all the stars and galaxies. The guide explained how big the universe is, and my mind was blown. Since that day, I've been fascinated by space.
That's such a nice story. So you could say, I've been interested in space since I was a child, or I developed an interest in science when I was 10.
Right. Those are good ways to explain when you started a hobby. What about you and art? When did that start?
For me, I've always enjoyed drawing, even as a little kid. But I only started taking it seriously about 3 years ago. That's when I took my first painting class.
So you've been painting for 3 years.
Yes, exactly. And pottery is newer. I only started that 6 months ago.
Why did you decide to try pottery?
Well, one of my friends invited me to a pottery workshop. At first, I thought it would be too hard, but when I tried it, I loved the feeling of working with clay. It's very relaxing.
Interesting. So sometimes we discover new hobbies by accident or through friends.
Yes, that happens a lot. Ryan, what do you enjoy most about your hobbies?
What I love most is the feeling of discovery. Every time I learn something new about the universe or how things work, I feel excited. It's like solving a puzzle.
That's beautiful. So you could say, what I enjoy most about my hobby is the sense of discovery.
Yes, or the best part about my hobby is learning something new every day.
Exactly. For me, what I enjoy most about painting and pottery is that it helps me relax. After a long day at work, I can sit down with my paints or clay and forget about everything else.
So your hobbies help you reduce stress.
Yes, exactly. I also love that I can create something with my own hands. When I finish a painting, I feel proud, even if it's not perfect.
That makes sense. Do you ever give your paintings as gifts?
I do. Last year, I painted a picture of mountains for my mom's birthday. She loved it and hung it in her living room.
That's really sweet. Homemade gifts are special because they show you put time and effort into them.
I agree. Ryan, have you ever tried teaching others about science? Like maybe explaining something to a friend?
Oh, yes, all the time. Sometimes my friends get annoyed because I talk too much about space.
Really?
Yes. Last month we were at a restaurant and I started explaining black holes. My friend said, "Ryan, can we just eat our dinner, please?"
Oh, no. That's funny, but also a little sad.
I know. But I can't help it. When I'm passionate about something, I want to share it with everyone.
That's actually a good thing. It means you really care about your interests. Do you have any other hobbies besides learning about science?
I also enjoy hiking. I try to go hiking at least once a month, usually in the mountains.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why do you like hiking?
I like being in nature. It's peaceful and the views are always beautiful. Plus, it's good exercise. I usually hike for about 3 or 4 hours.
That sounds wonderful. Do you go alone or with friends?
Usually with friends. It's more fun to share the experience with someone. We talk, take photos, and sometimes we bring food for a picnic at the top of the mountain.
That sounds like a perfect day. So you could say, one of my hobbies is hiking. I enjoy it because it combines exercise with beautiful scenery.
Yes, exactly. And I could add, I usually go with friends because it's more enjoyable that way.
Perfect. Ryan, do you think hobbies are important in life?
Absolutely. I think everyone needs hobbies because they give you something to look forward to. After a hard week at work, I know I can watch a documentary or go for a hike, and that makes me happy.
I completely agree. Hobbies also help you develop new skills. For example, through pottery, I've learned patience because if you rush, the clay doesn't work properly.
That's a great point. I've learned patience too, especially with hiking. Sometimes the trail is difficult and you have to take your time.
Yes. Ryan, have you ever wanted to try a new hobby but felt nervous about it?
Oh, definitely. I've always wanted to learn photography, but I don't know where to start. Cameras seem so complicated.
I understand that feeling. But you don't need an expensive camera to start. You can use your phone.
That's true. Maybe I should just try it and see if I like it.
Exactly. The best way to start a new hobby is to just begin. Don't worry about being perfect.
Good advice. Is there a hobby you want to try?
Yes, I want to learn how to play the guitar. I've thought about it for years, but I never take the first step.
Why not?
I guess I'm worried I won't be good at it, and I'm not sure I have enough time to practice.
But you just told me not to worry about being perfect.
You're right. I should follow my own advice.
How about this? Let's both try our new hobbies this month. I'll try photography, and you'll try guitar.
That's a great idea. We can talk about it in a future video.
Perfect. Now, Sophia, let's talk about expensive hobbies versus cheap hobbies. Some hobbies cost a lot of money, right?
Yes, that's true. For example, photography can be expensive if you buy professional cameras and lenses. Those can cost thousands of dollars.
Right. And some hobbies like golf or skiing are also very expensive.
Exactly. But many hobbies are free or very cheap. For example, reading is almost free if you use the library. Walking or jogging costs nothing.
That's a good point. My hobby of watching documentaries is very cheap. I just pay for one streaming service, and I can watch hundreds of documentaries.
And hiking is also cheap. You just need comfortable shoes.
Yes, I think money shouldn't stop you from having hobbies. There's always something you can do, no matter your budget.
I completely agree. Ryan, do you think hobbies can change as you get older?
Oh, definitely. When I was younger, I liked playing video games for hours. Now, I prefer hobbies that teach me something or keep me active.
That's interesting. So your interests evolved over time.
Yes, exactly. What about you?
Same for me. When I was a teenager, I spent all my free time on social media. Now I prefer doing things with my hands, like painting and pottery.
Why do you think that changed?
I think as I got older, I realized I wanted to create things, not just consume content. Does that make sense?
Yes, perfect sense. I feel the same way about documentaries. I'm not just watching for entertainment, I'm learning.
Exactly. Ryan, let's talk about how hobbies can connect you with other people.
Oh, that's a great topic. Yes, hobbies are a wonderful way to make friends.
For example, in my pottery class, I've met 5 or 6 other people who also enjoy creating things. We've become friends.
That's nice. Do you see them outside of class?
Sometimes. Last month, we all went to an art museum together. It was really fun to talk about the artwork with people who understand art.
I love that. I've also met people through my hiking group. We have a group chat, and whenever someone wants to hike, they send a message.
So hobbies give you a community of people with similar interests.
Yes, exactly. And that's really valuable, especially if you move to a new city. You can join a club or group related to your hobby, and suddenly you have friends.
That's such good advice. Ryan, do you balance your hobbies with work and other responsibilities?
That's a challenge sometimes. Some weeks I'm very busy with work, and I don't have much time for hobbies.
What do you do when that happens?
I try to do small things. Even if I only have 15 minutes, I can watch a short video about science or go for a quick walk. It's better than nothing.
That's a smart approach. I do the same thing. If I can't paint for an hour, I'll paint for just 20 minutes.
Right. The important thing is to make time for things you enjoy, even if it's just a little bit.
Absolutely. Hobbies shouldn't feel like another obligation. They should be fun and relaxing.
Well said. So when you talk about your hobbies in English, you can mention how you balance your time. You could say, I try to make time for my hobbies even when I'm busy.
Or, I set aside 1 hour every evening for my hobbies.
Yes, those are great examples. Sophia, let's give our viewers some tips. If someone is watching this and they don't have any hobbies, what should they do?
Great question. First, I would say think about what you enjoyed as a child. Often our childhood interests give us clues about what we might enjoy as adults.
That's smart. I loved looking at stars as a kid, and now I love learning about space.
Exactly. Second, try many different things. Don't be afraid to experiment. Maybe you try 5 different hobbies and only one of them feels right. That's okay.
Yes, and third, I would say start small. Don't spend a lot of money or commit too much time at first. Just test the water.
Perfect advice. And fourth, join a class or a group. It's easier to stick with a hobby when you do it with other people.
All great tips. I think we've covered a lot about hobbies today.
We have. One more thing, Ryan. Can you tell us what you don't like about any of your hobbies? Is there a difficult part?
Good question. For hiking, sometimes the weather is bad and we have to cancel our plans. That's disappointing.
I understand. For me, with pottery, sometimes I work on something for hours and then it breaks in the kiln. The kiln is the special oven where we bake the clay.
Oh no, that must be so frustrating.
It is, but it also teaches me that not everything will be perfect. And that's an important lesson.
True. Hobbies teach us many life lessons, don't they?
They really do. You know, Ryan, while we were talking, we used many useful words and phrases. Let's go through some of them to help our viewers.
Great idea. Let's start.
First word, hobby. A hobby is an activity you do in your free time for fun, not for work or money. For example, painting is my hobby.
And watching documentaries is my hobby. You can also use the plural, hobbies. For example, I have 3 hobbies: hiking, reading, and photography.
Perfect. Next word, interest. An interest is something you care about or want to know more about. It's similar to hobby, but more general.
Right. For example, I can say I have an interest in science. This means I like science, but maybe I don't do it as an active hobby.
Exactly. You can also use it as a verb. I'm interested in art. This is very common.
What's the difference between hobby and interest, Sophia?
Good question. A hobby is usually something you do, like playing guitar or cooking. An interest can be something you just like learning about, even if you don't actively do it.
Ah, I see. So science is my interest, but hiking is my hobby because I actively do it.
Exactly. Next phrase, I'm into. This is a casual way to say you really like something. For example, I'm really into pottery right now.
I like this phrase because it sounds natural and friendly. I'm into jazz music, or I'm into cooking.
Yes, you can also say, I'm not into something to show you don't like it. I'm not into sports, or I'm not into horror movies.
Great examples. Next word, passionate. If you're passionate about something, you have very strong feelings about it. You love it deeply.
Right. For example, I'm passionate about teaching English. This means I really, really care about it.
And I could say I'm passionate about space exploration. It's stronger than just I like something.
Exactly. Next word, dedicate. When you dedicate time to something, you decide to use that time only for that activity.
For example, I dedicate 1 hour every day to reading.
Yes, or she dedicates her weekends to volunteering. It shows commitment and purpose.
This is a bit formal, right?
A little bit, yes. In casual conversation, you might just say, I spend time on something.
Got it. Next word, fascinated. If you're fascinated by something, it captures your attention completely. You find it extremely interesting.
Right. For example, Ryan said earlier, I've been fascinated by space since I was a child.
You can also say something is fascinating. For example, that documentary was fascinating.
Perfect. Next phrase, take up. This means to start doing a new hobby or activity. For example, I took up pottery 6 months ago.
This is useful. I want to take up guitar, or he took up running last year.
Exactly. It's very common when talking about hobbies. Next word, relaxing. If something is relaxing, it helps you feel calm and reduces stress.
For example, painting is very relaxing for me.
Or, I find reading relaxing. You can also say something relaxes you. Music relaxes me.
Great. Next phrase, make time for. This means you choose to create time in your schedule for something even if you're busy.
Right. For example, I always make time for my hobbies, or it's important to make time for things you enjoy.
This shows that you prioritize something. What's your favorite way to make time for hobbies, Sophia?
I usually wake up 30 minutes earlier so I can paint before work. What about you?
I use my lunch break to read articles about science. Even 15 minutes helps.
Great example. Next word, pursue. This means to follow or try to achieve something, especially a goal or interest.
For example, I want to pursue my interest in photography.
Or, she's pursuing her dream of becoming an artist. It's a bit formal, but very useful.
Last word, skill. A skill is an ability to do something well, usually because you've practiced it.
Right. For example, pottery has helped me develop patience, which is an important skill.
Or photography requires technical skills like understanding light and composition.
Perfect. So let's review all these words quickly. We learned hobby, interest, I'm into, passionate, dedicate, fascinated, take up, relaxing, make time for, pursue, and skill.
Those are all very useful for talking about hobbies and interests in English. Okay, Sophia, we talked a lot today about hobbies and interests.
We did. I think we covered almost everything. But let's do a quick recap so our viewers remember the most important points.
Good idea. Let's think about what we learned.
First, we learned different ways to introduce your hobbies. You can say, I like, I enjoy, I'm into, I'm interested in, or I'm passionate about something. These phrases have different levels of enthusiasm.
Right. I like is basic, but I'm passionate about shows very strong feelings.
Exactly. Then we talked about explaining when you started a hobby. You can say, I've been doing this for 3 years, or I started this hobby when I was a child, or I took up pottery 6 months ago.
Yes, and we also learned how to describe how often you do your hobbies. For example, I do this once a week. I spend an hour every day on this. Or I dedicate my weekends to this activity.
Perfect. After that, we discussed why people have hobbies. You can say, I enjoy this because it helps me relax, or what I love most about this hobby is that I can create something, or the best part is that I learn new things.
Right. We also talked about how hobbies help you make friends and build community. You can say, I met many friends through my hobby, or my hobby connects me with people who have similar interests.
Yes, and we discussed expensive versus cheap hobbies. You can say, this hobby is affordable, or you don't need much money to start, or this can be expensive if you want professional equipment.
We also talked about balancing hobbies with work. You can say, I try to make time for my hobbies even when I'm busy, or I set aside 1 hour every evening for things I enjoy.
And finally, we gave tips for finding new hobbies. You can say, try different activities to see what you enjoy, or think about what you liked as a child, or join a class or group to meet other people.
See, when you break it down like this, it's actually very simple. You just need to know the right phrases and vocabulary.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes to talk about your hobbies naturally.
Now, we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part.
Yes, we love reading your comments and learning about you.
Our question of the day is, what is your favorite hobby and why do you enjoy it?
That's a great question. Ryan, what's your answer?
Well, as I said today, my favorite hobby is learning about space and science. I enjoy it because it makes me think about big questions, and I always discover something new. It never gets boring.
Nice answer. For me, my favorite hobby is painting. I enjoy it because it helps me express my feelings without using words. When I'm happy, sad, or stressed, I can paint, and I feel better. It's like therapy for me.
See, we have different answers, and that's okay. Everyone's hobbies are personal.
Exactly. So, viewers, we want to know about you. What is your favorite hobby? Why do you like it? How often do you do it?
You can write something simple like, my favorite hobby is reading because it takes me to different worlds. Or, I love cooking because I can create delicious food for my family.
Or you can write more details like, my favorite hobby is playing basketball. I play 3 times a week with my friends. I love it because it keeps me healthy and I enjoy the teamwork.
Please tell us in the comments. Write, my favorite hobby is, and then explain why you enjoy it.
This helps us understand what you like so we can make better videos for you. And it also helps you practice writing in English.
So it's good for everyone.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson.
We really hope you learned some useful phrases for talking about hobbies and interests.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That really helps our channel grow.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button and click the little bell icon.
That way, you'll get a notification every time we upload a new video, and you won't forget to join us for more English lessons.
You are all great students, and we're so happy you're here learning with us.
Keep practicing your English every day. Remember, even just 15 minutes makes a difference.
And don't be afraid to try new things, both with your English and with finding new hobbies.
Have a wonderful day, evening and night, wherever you are in the world.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.